Welcome to Live Action Star Wars. I'm Ralph,
I'm James.
and today we are discussing the Acolyte trailer, which
Yeah,
was
finally.
released 2 weeks ago on like a Saturday for some reason.
Something like that. Yeah, some random
Really weird. I don't know the last time I've seen someone release a trailer on a Saturday, but it's
So I
it's
was on holiday in Greece at the time, and I saw it when I got back to our hotel room. We'd been drinking, we'd been having a lovely time. There wasn't any margaritas on the menu, but we got the barman to make them for us anyway. And having a great time. Got back to the hotel room, looked at my phone, and the Acolyte trailer was everywhere. I was like, right, gotta watch this. That's the only time I've watched it. So
right. And it's been a couple of weeks.
a couple of weeks, and I was quite drunk, so I don't really remember much of it.
And
So
I watched it. I watched it once and have zero sort of like connection to the source material.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there's things that are important in here or things that people go crazy for.
Maybe, but I think that's one of the things with the show. It's like, yeah,
Um,
it's set in a timeline that has connections to the books, and there's one character who I think is going to be really minor in the show, but in general, I think it's pretty new and open.
the Green Jedi person.
Vanestra
Yeah,
Rand.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. And like she's a kid in the books. Like she's 15, 16, and now she seems like a full-blown adult Jedi Master. So I don't
So
think there's
funny.
going to be anything really that you need to know.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like my my excitedness for Star Wars now. How excited I am for Star Wars now. Is it a like all-time low? May the 4th, I was like flat out, just don't I don't want to fucking see any of it.
I'm
I don't
really
want
glad
to
I wasn't anywhere for it. I wasn't online. I
it,
wasn't anywhere.
it's so hard. And I'm not to shit on things that people like because it's Star
Us.
Wars, but um uh but like I think the thing that drives me nuts is like every single corporate entity has to
Oh
post
yeah.
something about Star Wars, and it's that bugs me. And
Mhm.
it's like, don't act
You're not
like
like
you're
why are you
fans. Like,
yeah, it's sort of like virtue signaling to Star Wars fans. I'm like, what are you doing?
yeah,
Why?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, a
And
lot of
sports
people had
teams
fun
start
that
doing it
day.
and stuff, and I'm just like, come on. Yeah.
A lot of friends had fun that day.
Yeah.
I was just, I don't know.
Adam McLaren was at Galaxy's Edge, it looked like, and
Mhm.
like I've seen pictures, looked like an amazing time, and I'm really happy for
Yeah,
everyone that got to do that. I had a great time too. Uh, Up a mountain watching one of the best sunsets of my life in Greece, and it was
yeah,
great. Had a lovely time.
yeah.
Speaking of, when I was on vacation in the small island of Kos in Greece, Liz and I were walking through the town. She saw a pair of socks that she wanted. They were Avatar socks. The place was closed because it was Orthodox Easter, um, and
Okay.
they closed for like 3 or 4 days. And so we went back one of the later days, went into this place like nerdy socks, basically like all your stance socks. Um, and we bought the socks. I bought a pair of Star Wars ones, and it. I was chatting to the guy because he just had A New Hope playing on one of the screens in there, and I was chatting to him, and I sort of just turned to Liz at one point. I was like, I should have bought a sticker for the podcast or something. And he was like, "Oh, what's the show? What'd you do?" And I mentioned the show, and literally before he would even let me pay, he went and subscribed. So if you're watching this,
Oh,
I'm
great.
sorry I didn't get your name, dude from the sock shop in Cos. Thank you very much. You were really nice and had a really good discussion with him about the stuff. So yeah, go check out our episodes about the sequel trilogy because I know you've got thoughts and I want you to hear our thoughts.
Yeah, we still haven't done one of them.
We still haven't done one of them, and I'll be
Yeah.
interested to see what you think. Also, before we get too far and I forget, it's George Lucas's birthday today. So happy birthday, George Lucas.
I think it was technically yesterday on this. I think it's past. I think it's the
Well,
14th. We
happy
missed it
birthday.
by a
Yes.
day. It's fine.
Time doesn't
Fine.
matter. It doesn't. Yeah, nothing makes sense.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's so funny, like how like things work. Like everybody's like, oh, there's like George love, but then there's also like George hate. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
And
like
it's
the
the
guy.
same people.
We
It's the
we
same
went
people
and
that hated him like in 2005 love him now. Like, come on, whatever. He's
yeah.
great. We wouldn't be
Me
here
and
for
my me and my family went and watched Alien a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week.
nice.
Um, and it's great.
Oh.
And there's no way it would have existed if it wasn't for Star Wars. Like, there's no way. Um, like, because again, the year before Star Wars came out, Logan's Run came out, and if you've seen Logan's Run,
The
you
su- just
see
just
what
just
Star Wars
changes.
just
It just changed the game. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
even like even the fact that studios were willing to put any sort of budget to these things, it's like there you
yeah,
go. Like we need a Star Wars, even if it's a horror movie on one ship, like real. So you couldn't get much more different, like Aliens to Star Wars,
yeah,
but it wouldn't exist without it. So you know,
right.
even
And
if you
it's
don't like Star Wars, you're not watching this show. But even if you don't like
it's
Star Wars, you probably love
uh,
something that like is exists because of Star Wars.
there's people that come over here that apparently hate Star Wars that come and comment. I've seen
You
them.
don't you
Go
don't
look
need
at
to
our
be here. Yeah.
Skywalker Legacy episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, those guys. They don't need to be here. Like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and enjoy your day.
Um,
Like don't waste your time with us.
but the point being, like, Star Wars is George Lucas, so don't bash on him
Yeah.
because he, allowed for movies like Alien to happen. And if Alien didn't happen, I guarantee you Blade Runner wouldn't happen. And I love Blade Runner.
Yeah, me too.
And so it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, George, you're
Thank the
awesome. I
maker.
like George.
Yeah.
Speaking of George, this tangentially, this Saturday, no, this Sunday, May
Mm.
19th, the 20th anniversary of the Phantom
Anniversary.
Menace,
Ah,
over at the Dynasty Typewriter, our buddies from Star Wars Minute and George Lucas Talk Show
these guys right here.
are, yeah, they're doing a reading of the Menace script with a bunch of really cool people.
They've announced the
Um,
cast now, and I mean, you told me about one
yeah,
or two of them last time, and I'm
yeah.
psyched. I can't wait to watch
Yeah,
it.
so they're doing that live in Los Angeles. I'll be there. Jeremy Kelly's going to be there, and my family, and we'll see who else shows up. But if you're not in the LA area, they're doing a live stream, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure with that Dynasty Typewriter location that you can also like watch that live stream like for a week after it's done. So
good.
I would say check it out because I know the Star Wars Minute guys and Patrick are working on it, and they're guests of ours, and yeah, we totally support that, and it's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. And if you see me, say hi. Yeah.
And if you have a
Do you
t-shirt
want
like
to?
this one, wear it.
I'm wearing a Godzilla shirt that Stevie
Yeah.
gave me.
I think I might be the
Yeah.
only person who has a t-shirt like this one. But you've got time. Order one. Get one.
Someone ordered. I want to say our friend Caleb from Geek the F Out has "Don't Give It a Hate and Celebrate the Love"
Hey, great. Love that shirt.
shirt. Yeah. I should probably get one of those live action Star Wars ones. But I guess get my Godzilla shirts. All right, let's watch this.
Let's watch this trailer.
Let's see what this is all about.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
So I have thoughts about who the Jedi getting murdered is.
Okay.
And I think just based on where she is in the credits and the fact that the marketing has been so heavily on it, I think it's going to be Carrie Ann Moss.
She's like the first one to go because
I
this
think
does look
it's
like the
you,
room where she's fighting. And
yeah,
is
I
her
think
that
it's
her lightsaber?
maybe. I think we have a big, or maybe like it might not even be that fight. I don't know if it'll be that fight. I think she might come
Or
out of
you think
that.
she's dead?
Oh, maybe. But I think it'll be one of those things where it's like you get this big high profile person that everyone knows, everyone recognizes. You kill
It's
him
like
at the end of the
Scream.
first one. Yeah, absolutely. I just have a feeling about that. And
Okay.
it would make for a good end of episode 1.
Yeah.
I love this next
All right.
shot. The shot of the temple.
Let's look at it. The shot.
We've seen the temple a million times. We've seen it from loads of different angles. If you go into the Clone Wars, you've seen it from all sorts of different angles. There's something about this where it's a bit more pulled out, and
Uh,
you could just see that everything is a little bit lower. Everything around it is a little bit lower than it would
yeah.
be in the prequels or the original trilogy era.
Right. And if you look at
Yeah.
this next shot, there's like less vehicles in the sky.
It's just so much like stripped down, and like the lane, it looks like the space lane is like still below where the temple is. Whereas when we're
Yeah.
used to seeing the Jedi Temple, it's not the tallest thing out there. It's iconic and it's very visually striking, but it's not the
Mhm.
tallest thing. It's like seeing the Empire State in New York. Like it's it's that it's iconic,
Yeah.
but it's not the tallest thing anymore by a long shot. Whereas there, it's still standing. Like it's got space around it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks great.
It's just less populated.
Yeah.
Right?
Daphne
Justify
King.
their galactic dominance.
Who are those guys?
Some
Prisoners?
prisoners of some
Space
sort.
bad guys? There's a big
Space
guy.
bad guys. Yeah, someone in the foreground there, maybe letting them out or a guard. Oh, okay. So it could be at the Jedi Temple or it's somewhere that this guy's visiting. This Jedi Master is
I don't think I
visiting.
noticed that shot last time.
The voiceover, we're talking over it. But this is Manny Jacinto, definitely, who we saw very, very briefly in the teaser.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you had suspected since we only saw so little of him that he was maybe a bad guy, but we see a lot more of him in this one.
And I think he is the bad guy. I think he's the primary bad guy of the show. I'm sticking with it.
In the name of peace. But that peace is a lie.
Yeah,
So that's that same room. That's got to be that same room.
That's that same room with the
Yeah.
lightsaber on the ground. And
Yeah.
let's see. I don't know. This isn't the highest quality. But I feel like it's the same lightsaber.
Is a
She's
lie.
It could well be. Yeah, I'm sure that someone's done like stills and broken it down and
yeah.
figured out if it is or not. So
Probably
that's the
Star
Jedi in
Wars
chains there, right?
Yes.
Oh no, that's just a bit of the Rock. I thought it was like chains in front of him. It's maybe not. It's someone. He's sat
It's
meditating.
like a Star Trek guy.
Yeah, I don't think his legs are down there. I think he might be sat meditating, and that's just his cloak.
Oh, those are his legs. I see what you're saying.
Maybe.
No, because he looks like he has a split toe shoe. So yeah, he's sitting like
Yeah.
crisscross applesauce,
Yeah. Like floating.
hovering.
Yeah, with his cloak dropping. That's very cool. Just rolling back to Manny Jacinto, it's so sinister the way he delivers it, and then the way it cuts to him sort of like just turning. It's like I'm sure that there's like analysis of what he says, but he's definitely not happy with the Jedi and who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I have zero like concept of this era. I don't have no idea what's going on. I'm hoping there's enough context clues for me to understand. I'm sure there will be. But will it be like the Ahsoka thing where people are like, I haven't seen Rebels, but I still get it?
I hope so.
Am I missing out by not reading the books?
I think this even more than Ahsoka will be like you don't need shit. Like
Yeah.
the Jedi are at the height of their power. They are full of like they think they're the best, and
Yeah.
Stevie's excited to see more of Manny. I'm excited to see Manny like doing this sort of role because I'm mostly familiar with him as comedy guy from The Good Place.
The Good Place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And guy basically cut out of Top Gun. All right.
Yeah.
What is that?
That was a lightsaber in some. I think that might be, the shot where we've seen in the forest potentially, like
Got it. Yeah.
where it's cutting down the trees. Like, so it could be that. It's like that'll be like the aftermath of that battle potentially.
So somebody is going after Jedi.
Oh, is that a lightsaber cut in half? Maybe is that like the kyber crystal in there?
Maybe.
It could be.
I feel like if you're a person that cut a lightsaber in half, like I like always take the lightsaber, right? Like you just leave lightsabers around. They're cool.
maybe it's the thing though. Maybe he's not bothered about how it is. I just did that. There we go.
That's fine.
Don't want to do that. I'm just trying to make this full screen for me so I can see better. There we go. I am out of practice, folks.
Yeah. Who are these guys? Bad guys.
It definitely look like bad
They don't
guys.
have lightsabers. They have like sticks and stuff.
Pikes of some sort. Yeah. So are these the followers? Is that a Twi'lek in the background that I see there? Looks like some head tails.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Are these
the
like supposed to be the
followers
guys in like Rise of Skywalker? Like are these like those?
I don't
guys?
think we're gonna get any sort of connections like this. If like I've heard people talking about them possibly being like the path of the open hand, but That's a book thing that I will put £100 on right now. Aren't even mentioned. And if they are, it'll be like an offhand, like we haven't seen, well, we haven't experienced a threat like this since the Nile or the Path of the Open Hand. And that'll be it.
Okay.
I think there'll just be a cult of some sort.
Yeah, but it's got to tie in, right?
Nah, I'm sticking with it. I'm staying positive that this is going to be quite isolated.
Yeah.
She
Hopefully.
was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
So who's he talking about there? The cult leader or her? I assume her.
Yeah.
And I think that shot that we see of him like training people in the temple earlier is going to be a flashback, maybe. And she's in there. She was a student. She's left. She's joined these guys, or he recruited her
Yeah.
from these guys, maybe.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea,
No,
which
me
is kind
neither.
of exciting to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm interested in
Like,
something new and different with characters I have zero sort of relationship with. So
mhm.
that's
I
something
mean,
that's exciting me about this show. Overall, Star Wars wise, I'm not super fired up on things.
mm,
I'm hoping this does what Andor did, which is like, oh, okay, you did something different.
yeah.
That's awesome and well done, and it's
I
story first.
I think it's going to. I think it will. I'm way more hyped after this trailer. I'm back, baby. And it's great, and I I think it is. I've got a really good feeling about this show. I think it's gonna be great.
Right. I don't know. I have
I
no
think like
like I'm completely
we love speculating and sort of coming up with theories and thinking about how things are going to go. We do it all the way through a season. We do it constantly. Whenever we do one of these trailers, I have a million and one thoughts and theories. And then even when we know a series and we know the characters already, we're always wrong. And that's fun and exciting.
yeah.
Now we don't know anything about these guys, anything about these characters, anything about the fate of any of these people. We don't know how or who survives, when they go. We just know that by the time of the Phantom Menace, which is could be 10, 15, 20, 100 years after this, I think. I don't think they've nailed down exactly when this is.
I think that I've been saying it for a while that I just want the timeline to move forward
Yeah.
and away from like the Skywalker saga. Um, this is doing the same for me.
Yeah.
I think what happens is a lot of people, like especially with like Book of Boba Fett, like people get in their head what a character's supposed to be, and
And
that's
it's
it's
because
not
it's a
up to us to decide
pre-existing
what they're supposed to
character.
be.
And
Yeah,
when you've had 20, 25 years of books telling you that a character is this way, and then now all of a sudden the character's not that at all. Like, forget about all of
mm,
that. Boba Fett being, I think,
right,
the prime example. People
yeah,
struggle with it, and it's like you got to accept it because that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be going forward.
right,
Whereas this, I think that's why this has such a strong. Even with Andor, we knew who Cassian Andor was going to become.
yeah, yeah,
Like, and like we know that K2 is going to eventually arrive. We knew who Melshi was if you're that granular. Like, but
yeah,
like with this, we don't know anything about these characters, and
yeah.
that adds such a level of excitement for me.
And I'm hoping the way they're written isn't treading the same, you know,
I agree. And I think
area.
having it
Well,
set in a different period of time, like visually, all the Jedi are different. Everything about them is so different aesthetically and the way that they seem to
yeah,
be carrying themselves. It's great. Like there might be some similarities, but we're gonna see that those similarities are what caused their downfall, I think.
yeah. Because I'm really hoping we don't get like, you know, alien comic relief and a scoundrel and innocent farm boy. You know, I don't want all
I
the
think we'll get
same
a cute
archetypes.
droid.
I need
I think there'll be a cute droid that everyone
uh,
loves. Um, because
even
much and
Andor had it, and it's just I don't.
B2's great.
It's gonna be in there. It's fine. It's
You
fine.
love
But
B2. Shut up.
B2 is fine.
Yeah.
B2 emo what was B2? Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's
All
just
right.
like Hu Yang could be. I'm fine with Hu Yang being in it because it's established He's been around forever.
Oh yeah, he could be in it.
Um,
That'd be amazing. That'd
but
be well, like
but I
didn't
I
even think
don't
about that.
need it. I don't
No,
need
I
it.
don't.
Um,
I think save Hu Yang for the movie, like set even further back so that we really get an idea of how old he is.
so is there a movie for this?
Not for this, no, but the what's his name? The guy who did
Taika
the last indie.
Waititi. Yeah,
No, the last indie movie.
Oh, James Mangold. Yeah, that's right. He's
Mangold.
doing
Yeah,
it.
Mangold's doing like the Dawn of the Jedi movie. Which is
I
thousands, like
saw Logan.
25,000 years before this. So like it's that'll make this feel like an immediate prequel to the Phantom Menace, like in terms of timescale.
Yeah, but yeah, I need distance.
Yeah, that's distance.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
You'll come back.
I'm not into like the droids and stuff. I am, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't need to be. I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind. I'm fine with it. Just don't be like something where I'm like, oh, it's obviously blank is happening, or I don't know.
What do you think about this music?
You know what? Honestly, I haven't. I only watched it the once, so I haven't been paying attention. I don't even know who's doing the score for this.
It's been announced. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm out of practice.
I'm gonna look it up.
I can look it up. Nah, like let's keep rolling. I'll look it up while we do it.
I'm already on it.
He's on it.
Yeah, I don't know. And usually that's something I know about.
Mm.
I know who's doing the music for another thing, but I can't talk about that.
No, that's not been announced. It's exciting though.
No, yeah, I know. Man, IMDb is so hard now.
Yeah, it's useless. Well, it's not useless. It's still very useful, but it's just
Michael Abels.
Michael
Abels is doing the music. Who did like I believe he did like Nope and Us and Get Out.
Cool. That tracks with the music that we're hearing in this. Like that definitely tracks. It's got that sort of haunting sound to it.
Yeah. All right, let's take a listen.
My student, I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
Ooh, that's cool spaceship.
I sense
Yeah.
this is only a small part
Hyperspace, maybe?
of a larger plan. Some sort of shift to tip the scales.
It doesn't look like they shot stuff in the volume.
No, they've announced like they went all over the place for this. Like they shot a lot of this on location. There's probably and like in the same way that Andor had some like volume bits and bobs just for pickups, but like that's why it's great. Like you can use it for that.
Have people immediately already turned their back on the volume?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think like people are
it's noticeable now.
Don't like seeing it now, or they use it as an icky word. Like whereas same as green screen. It's like it's got its place. It's useful at times, but don't rely on it.
I mean, when it comes
100%.
to like adaptive lighting on the Mandalorian's armor, like you're not going to do that on green screen.
No.
So
No,
it makes sense for that. But
exactly. And there are some shots that you just can't. Like it's the same as it would be like writing it off completely would be like writing off matte paintings back in the day. Like it's just like it's a way of extending the scene beyond what you can physically do.
Speaking of matte paintings, I heard that they brought back a matte painter out of retirement for Skeleton Crew.
Hell yeah! Also, that's awesome.
Philip Tippett is doing stop motion animation for Skeleton Crew.
That's super exciting.
So now I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Like if that comes out this year,
CG artists or anything like that, but
not so.
I do like seeing all that stuff. Okay, let's June 4th. So close.
It's time to face the past.
I don't know what any of these things are. Like that looks cool.
It looks like a big dam.
Yeah.
Like from that angle, it looks like a big dam.
She's got a kyber crystal around her neck.
It's got something, yeah. It could be the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's the same green, isn't it?
Yeah. Flying through this rings of something.
Field or a ring, yeah. Love that shot.
Okay, so this says no one is safe.
Yep.
That's what I like.
Stick to it.
Like we know Cassian Andor is safe as far as the series goes.
Him
And Mon
and
Mothma, and we know like every time we get a show, we're like, okay, well, Boba Fett can die because this is past his timeline. But you get like other characters where like, oh, they show up later.
Mm.
Like in the Mandalorian, when like Luke shows up, he's gonna make it.
He's fine. Yeah, there's no
We
peril.
watched the Obi-Wan series, who's gonna be cool
Obi-Wan,
because
Vader, Owen, Ben, Luke. Like there's most of that cast. Like there was one character really in that show, the one that everyone hated because they were stupid, was the only one who could have really gone.
yeah. So that's exciting.
This is a case where
Unless
literally
we
nowhere to
see
stay.
like a Yoda or something. If Yoda shows up, obviously he's
Yoda,
gonna be
Yariel Poof, and
anyone from the Jedi Council.
though I mean,
Yaddle.
there's those three. Oh yeah, and Yaddle, but she's not on the council at this point. She's not in the books. She might be by now.
But she might be
she's
in
around.
this
She might be around. That'd be great.
pre-council.
Yeah,
And
and
they got Bryce
get
Dallas Howard to
exactly.
fun. Okay, so that's exciting. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that's Carrie Ann Moss in a flashback because he had the shorter hair there.
Yeah, or it's just pulled back.
Maybe it looks like the hair that he had when he's giving the lightsaber.
Oh
to
yeah,
the young.
him. Yeah.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want
Love
to
that.
pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
So this is cool. This is different.
Yeah.
And that mask
What are you?
is great. Love
Yeah.
that shot so much. Like, I am convinced that that's Manny Jacinto.
Okay.
I don't know why it
Yeah.
like saying it looks like him is stupid. He's wearing a black cloak and a black helmet, but I feel like it looks like him. The mask, the way he's turning there, it kind of looks like Venom, like in the best way. Like I'm not a fan of those movies, but I've never really been a big fan of the character. But like the way the mask, like it's a cool image. Like I'll give Todd
Yeah.
McFarlane that. It's a cool, striking image.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Venom movies for
Oh.
being garbage trash,
I mean, I didn't
and
see
also
both
for
of them, so I
being
can't, but
also they're like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
They're really
Airplane
fun.
movies.
I think I think what I like about it is that they understand what they are.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
fair play to Tom Hardy for just going buck wild with that performance as well. Like,
yeah, that's the best part is it's like he's somehow taking it seriously, but not seriously. Like
yeah,
yeah, Stevie's
Yeah,
right.
sweet.
Yeah, we love him. The last one, the one that Andy Serkis directed.
I didn't say it.
I mean, it's the stupidest shit. Like, it's like it's people can complain about it, but they're so just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
like you're really gonna like try to dunk on this movie that's clearly like
Dumb.
trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really dumb. And Tom Hardy is so like he's trying to do a comedic take, and it's great because he's really like going for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to describe. He's taking it
Yeah.
so seriously, but so not at the same time. Yeah, they're just fun and gross and stupid, and then the jokes are bad, and
That's what you want sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Venom 3. Sure.
This scene. This is when they are confronted by this maybe Sith, maybe not. I feel like everyone who comes in direct contact with this guy needs to die in this show, whether it's in this series or this season or a next season, because of the line and because of the context of like the Sith haven't been seen or around for a millennia or for a long time at the very least. We don't need to take Kiadi like his word as exact. But like basically they've not been seen or around for a bloody long time, and everyone thinks they're extinct. Come the Phantom Menace. So these guys need to go, and everyone needs to think that they went a different way. I think in this confrontation, people like that Jedi in the background, everyone that isn't like a main character, because there's
Yeah,
a few there, I think
it's
they
gonna be
all
a
go
slaughter.
there. It's going to be a slaughter, absolutely. I think
Yeah,
maybe these two kids survive, potentially the others, but I think we lose a lot.
yeah. I mean, if it's him, we can play that clip.
Yeah.
It says, you know,
I'm not the only person predicting it. I'll say that.
oh yeah,
But I've
okay,
been thinking it since like he was announced.
cool. And this is not a character we know. Like this isn't Darth Rivian or something from a game or a,
No, I mean, we don't know any Sith before. Like, I think we've heard mention of Plagueis' master in an old, not canon book. Like, other than that, Plagueis is the earliest. Like between like Darth Bane and those guys.
yeah.
It's a good trailer.
I,
It's a really good trailer.
I like Jedi, so I'm all on board with this.
Mhm.
This seems like the most lightsabers in anything. I mean, other than like the Geonosis arena, but it seems like it's gonna really get into the behind the scenes stuff of the Jedi from like way back in the day.
And also what other people think of them. I think we're gonna get some of that. Like,
Yeah,
I think we'll get like some poking from Manny Jacinto when he's not behind a mask with a lightsaber, like just trying to like seed
yeah,
it, and from like poking this other person who's clearly not happy with the Jedi either, probably because she feels maybe discarded by them or cast out or not good enough for them. She's pissed. She's not going to be a good guy, but like he's poking at her. I think she might be the titular acolyte.
okay, okay. Hopefully her story isn't too close to Reva's story.
That's the risk.
I just want it to be something different.
Yeah.
It's so hard because it's like baked into Star Wars, like the story of redemption
Mm.
of Darth Vader, and it's just like, and Kylo
Seen that
Ren,
one. Seen that
and it's
one
just
like
like,
3-4 times now across different
yeah,
mediums to different levels of success. So do something different. Have her do that, but don't have the redemption. How about go full dark?
yeah,
Like, yeah. And then yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've heard rumors that this is a multi-season show. I don't think anything's been announced yet. I don't know if they know whether it is or not. I think they'll depend on success. Uh,
yeah,
but as long as it has a satisfying conclusion, it can do one. If they know that it's going to be more, I hope that they're ready to go with it. And all we knew was multiple, like from the jump.
yeah,
So they could leave it open.
yeah.
This, man, I don't know. I'm excited though.
They could do anything.
They could. I really hope that June 4th release date holds true across the board, because if it's
2 episodes.
yeah. So that's great. Because if it holds true, then I will be able to do it all and not miss a week. But if it does end up being Wednesdays for us, or me over here, then what'll it be? 2, 3, 4, episode 5. I'm going to be out on that Wednesday, which is going to suck.
See, so this is how this is my big question, and maybe somebody can answer it for us, because I can probably just look it up. It says that the release date is the 4th, June 4th,
Yeah.
which is a Tuesday. Now, does that mean it's June 4th at 6:00, or does that mean it's coming out on Monday at 6:00? So we should be recording Tuesdays.
I think it'll be June 4th evening for you, and it'll mean like Wednesday early hours for me, which is really, really annoying. It's great because I'll be able to watch it, and the Wednesdays that I'm around, we can record straight away, no problem. Like there'll be no alterations to our schedule, except for that one week when I'm in a field completely inebriated.
And then who even knows
Let
what
me
I'm going to be doing? My
exactly.
schedule's all over the place. I'm as
The
of right
only
now, we may or may not have a data leak next week because of my schedule.
yeah.
It's up in the air.
The reason that I'm thinking that is because when I go onto Disney Plus over here in the UK, let me just fire it up right now, see if anything's changed. What? It's just
Does it say June 5th for you guys?
it says June 5th, which isn't cool.
So I'm assuming like
Yeah.
6 p.m. on
That'll
Tuesdays it
be
comes out.
2 a.m. UK
I don't
on the
fucking know.
Wednesday. So
Tell
yeah,
us what time we could watch it. That's all I want to know is,
it'd be really helpful.
oh, Sarah's here. Happy birthday to Sarah in 2 days. Her
Oh, happy
birthday's
birthday, Sarah.
Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you see her at the Dynasty typewriter, let her know
Yeah.
happy birthday.
And happy birthday to
Um
Ed, whose birthday was 2 days ago.
ah, rad.
Yeah.
What's he up to? Nothing.
I
Let me
don't
see a
know.
picture of him. I forget how tall he is.
Yeah, he's tall. I mean, I'm not very tall. I'm only like 5'8", but he's a big tall boy.
He's, um
He's the Chewie to my Han Solo.
yeah, I need to reach out to Eddie, but I honestly don't know what the schedule is for our first episode. Like,
That's it. Like
and then the
we've
fact
got a
that it's
couple of people booked
two,
in already.
yeah,
But like just for the episodes, but we don't know the time, or well, we kind of know the time,
what
but we don't
day?
know what day it will be exactly. But yeah, Jacob is coming back. Jacob Fullerton, formerly of Funhouse, which is officially gone now as of today. Rooster Teeth is shut down, but has just launched a new YouTube channel that everyone should go subscribe to, Cosmic Goblin. So
Oh,
yeah, go check those guys
I'll
out.
do that right now.
It's some of the guys from Funhouse continuing on. So if you enjoyed like their Star Boys silliness, I'm sure they'll be doing more of that. And they're doing it all in the room that you've seen Jacob in, if you've seen him on this show before. Now that's their new studio
With like
space.
the Gundam models.
Oh yeah, and I saw a picture of it, and that wall is now just all Gundam boxes. So yeah, and I believe, who else is confirmed? We've got a few people confirmed already
I
for
think
the
Adam.
Acolyte season. Adam's coming back, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
I I'm so anxious about the scheduling, and I wish Disney would just tell us what time
yeah,
on what date, because it's like I don't want to deal with scheduling right now. Right now, I'm working where the movie again. There's a scheduling thing up in the air for next week, so we'll either be here or not based on that. But it's just like that's sort of my job is scheduling, and it's like I don't want to schedule anymore. I don't want to schedule anymore.
you've been doing
Tell
it for
me,
2
just
years.
tell me when.
Like, I think you
Yeah,
need a break.
tell me when. So we got a couple weeks before that, right? Like 3 weeks. Is it like 3 weeks away?
Oh my god, it is. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
wow, that's really really soon. So it
yeah.
would
For new
at
Star Wars.
most there'll be one more regular episode, like maybe a data link as well. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
exciting. It's really
you
exciting.
you
I didn't even realize
your
how soon
pick
it
is
was.
next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have
Is
it
there
yet.
anything
I
is there
can pull it
anything related to this that we can possibly prep for? I don't think so, right?
up. No, I mean we looked through the art book at Christmas for the High Republic. That was about as much as I could do.
Cool.
I'm still working my way through the latest books. But there's nothing, which is really cool. Like that we don't need to do
Yeah.
any prep. It's really really nice.
I like not doing prep.
Can you guys hear that? That was a cruise ship leaving.
Yep.
There you go. I've got the windows open. It's a nice day today. So
I almost left mine open, but you never know. And of course, it's been quiet. So
yeah. Typical. You normally get like some sirens to your end.
yeah, and the train, and it's usually gardeners.
Mm.
Yeah,
it's interesting. There's normally we quite often get one of the cruise ships that comes in here. Like its horn is the Love Boat theme, or like
really?
a version of that. So yeah, you get that sometimes. It's weird, considering that was never a show that was shown over here. But I think it's an American cruise ship. So
is it probably Princess Cruise Lines? They
yeah,
probably have that playing on all their boats.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on the Acolyte?
It looks great. I'm really excited. It's a good trailer. Like I feel like it's yeah, I hear that all the time. This time of year, almost every day. It's a trailer that I think doesn't show us much new stuff. It sort of expands on some of the scenes and things that we've seen in the teaser, which is cool. I really enjoy that. I really like the fact that we don't know much about this. We don't know much about the plot. I couldn't tell you what episodes things are from. I can't place any of it. And that's exciting to me. If they stick to the way that they've done trailers for the last few shows, all of this will be in the first half of the show. I'm assuming that this is 8 episodes. I'm sure it's been announced somewhere, but I'm really out of practice, so I've not looked it up.
Man, that would take us to like August.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. July 17th, that would take us to.
July 17th.
Yeah.
What's July 17th? Something happened on July 17th.
Well, that's the Wednesday, but yeah,
that might have been when Green Lantern was released.
Of course you know that. And yeah, so far at the moment we've got Jacob in for episode 7. He wants to be the penultimate.
June 15th.
I
was way off. Oh, is that Disneyland's birthday? Disneyland's birthday?
You would know more than I.
Again, July 17th is Disneyland's birthday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe they announced something new on after that.
Steven didn't realize we were that close to the ocean.
I mean, it's like so. Southampton's cruise ships are allowed, but also like Southampton. The reason it's such a busy port is because like the water it all goes up basically like either side of the city, and the side that I'm on is the dock side of it. So I mean, the ocean's not far, but like the like river, I guess, is right there, and that's where they come up. They park up there. Yeah, I can see the cruise terminals from here pretty much.
Where they shot Solo.
That's the other bit of the port. That's the more like industrial bit of the port. Yeah, it's all around. Some of it was on fire this morning, like 6 a.m. That was interesting. Things happen. I don't have a plan for the next episode yet.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out before then. We'll decide.
It should be in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
We'll try to get things back on track. I know we were gone, I think, an extra week this time around. But I think we'll be back on track. Things are going to get really squirrely in August and September for me. And so hopefully things work out.
Hopefully there's not another show dropping then. I don't think there is. I don't think there's going to be a show dropping then. I think if we get one...
Skeleton Crew's next, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then that's like
Andor?
next year.
I think Skeleton... Well, we
got any updates on Andor?
Early next year, I think. I don't think it's on the schedule for this year now. I think it'd be like January. Yeah. They've just finished up. Well, they finished up maybe a month or so ago.
Oh man, we're gonna be busy.
But yeah, not too much. At some point we need to do a data link, I think, on Tales of the Empire. I watched it all on the plane home, and I've got some thoughts.
I didn't realize that came out.
It's short. It's super short. Like they're 20-minute episodes. There's 6 of them.
Yeah. Did they release those a couple weeks ago Saturday?
Yeah,
I was out of the loop.
Yeah. It was on the Saturday. It might have been like the Friday night, but I think it was on the Saturday.
I was just so mad at Star Wars that day. I just can't. I don't know why. It bugs me so much.
I think it's got worse as well.
I think it's the corporate. It has. It's one of the reasons why we started our show. Our first episode was on May 25th because it was like, this is
it bugged me. So for the card game for Star Wars Unlimited, so many it's been out now for a few months, and like tournaments are starting to ramp up, and it's not just like the casual weekly play. Like there's actually some competition starting, and so many of them were happening on that Saturday. And I'm just like, I'm annoyed because I'm out of the country, and I'm also annoyed because like why? And I was like, and apparently they were pushed by Asmodee, the publisher, to like, if you can do it, if you can host it on that Saturday, host it. We'll support in every way. Like, and I like the local one that I go to. I was just like, I'm out of the country, so I can't, which is a bummer. But like, do Star Wars Day. Do Orthodox Star Wars Day on the 25th. That's also a Saturday. Like you can do something then. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't it's I think the corporate thing, it feels disingenuous. But then it's just like every single person posts something with the lightsaber, and
mhm.
it's like I listen, if you like Star Wars, that's great.
Yeah.
But it's honestly people just wait to talk about it, or the people that only talk about it that day. And it's like, well, I don't
It's
know. I don't
nothing.
know
It's
why it bugs
nothing.
me.
It's
It
gonna.
drives me up the wall, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is,
It's
but
yeah. Like I'm gutted that because I would have gone to see Phantom Menace in theaters again, but it was gone by the time I got back.
yeah.
And I was like, this
That's
it's 2 weeks early. It's like, what are you doing? Release it on the anniversary.
yeah, that didn't make sense either.
Like
You know,
maybe
they're doing it right
maybe you're
over
trying to
at
stay
Star
out of
Wars
the way
Connect.
of traffic. Yeah, they are. Maybe you do it like you're staying out of the way of other movies and stuff releasing, but like Planet of the Apes was this weekend. Like I don't know what's coming out this weekend coming, like on this Friday, but you can put it in for a weekend. Just do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
well.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. But we don't need to worry about it. It's gone. It's past. You don't need to think about it for another like 50 weeks or whatever it is. So
Right.
you got plenty of time. And we got an exciting show to watch in between. At least one. Hopefully two.
At least one.
Maybe three. Probably two.
Probably two.
Probably two by then. I'd hope that we have two by then. Um,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot else for this episode. It feels like a short one. We actually sort of got through the trailer really quick because a lot
We
of
don't
it
know
was
what's
treading
going
the
on.
same ground. We don't know what's going on. I don't. None of my theories or thoughts have really changed since the teaser. But I'm very excited for it. I'm really
Yeah.
really looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's there's so much Star Wars now that I find it easier to pace myself with my excitement. You
Yeah.
know, even though like
I think
if
it's
this was
healthy.
1999 and we were 3 weeks out, I'd be like going nuts.
Yeah, totally. It's weird, isn't it? Like there's so much all the time, even though at the moment it's been ages since we had a show to talk about. But like it's still I'm just like, cool, I'm excited. I'll watch it when it comes out.
I'm-
I don't
I mean,
I don't
Ahsoka
need
was
that.
just around like Christmas time or something, right? It was like November, September. It seems
I think it was like September. It
wasn't
was
too
like
long ago,
yeah,
but it
that's quite a
ended
while
probably
ago.
like 6 months ago.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I'm fine. I'm fine with the large gaps.
I am.
It just makes
I
it
am. I
tough
like
to
it.
come up with data links.
Yeah, it does. But I'm fine with it. It does make them feel a bit more special, and the
Yeah.
show, I think, because it feels so different, does still feel special to me.
Yeah. We'll see.
Let's wrap it up.
We can,
Let's
yeah.
we can
Let's wrap it up, and I can probably show you that thing. We probably have enough
yeah, that'd be
time,
exciting.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or are you trying to get out of here early?
I mean, a little bit, but not any massively. So I'd still like to see it. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this week. I will be back next week if it all goes to plan with a top 10 tacos episode. Because we
Yeah.
didn't get one from Greece, unfortunately, due to Orthodox Easter. But I'll talk more about that on top 10 tacos. That'll be on Tuesday. And we might be back on Wednesday. Stay tuned to the socials for all of that.
Yeah.
If not, 2 weeks' time, we'll be back.
Yeah.
And at that point, we'll only be a week away from the Acolyte. So that'll be very exciting.
God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting
So-
excited for new Star Wars.
Great. This is what we want.
Yeah.
So
Brand new.
that is going to do it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming back. We've missed doing this. I've missed doing this.
Yeah.
It feels like ages. So yeah, until next time, don't give in to hate.
Celebrate the love.
Punch it.